11. So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can revise for your geography exams. These revision strategies can be applied to all three papers. So your paper 1, which is your physical paper, paper 2, human, and paper 3, your skills paper, which will focus on fieldwork and UK challenges. The three main strategies I'm going to talk about are flashcards, mind maps, and practicing 8-mark questions. All of these strategies you can do using your booklets and your knowledge organisers. It's really important that as you are doing this revision, you find what strategies work best for you, making sure that you ask your teacher if you are stuck on anything and need any help. The first thing you need for your geography revision is your revision timetable. You should all already have one of these, but if you don't, please come and collect one. So this revision timetable is split down into an hour of geography revision per week, and it is colour coded into your paper 1, which is your physical paper, your paper 2, your human paper, and your paper 3, which is your fieldwork and UK challenges. And each revision task is split up and it is specific for you to ensure that you cover each topic. So for example, on Tuesday the 10th of January, you can create 3 mind maps all on India's development. So one about trade, one about aid, and one about technology. And this activity should take you around 30 minutes. And if you keep all of these revision resources in a folder, they will help you for when you come to your exam. This timetable also has allocated breaks, and it has some blanks for you to add in your other subjects. Now, the specific revision activities that you can do are flashcards using your knowledge organisers, mind maps, and 8-mark question practice. So the first thing that I am going to show you is a flashcard, and we will use our knowledge organiser for this. If we go to our changing UK landscapes topic and I look at my keywords, the first way I can do it is by writing the keywords on the front and the definitions on the back. So my first keyword, I am going to write erosion. My second keyword, I am going to write mass movement. And my third keyword, I am going to do hard engineering. Then on the back, I can write my definitions. So the definition of erosion is the breaking down and movement of rocks. My second word was mass movement, and the definition is the movement of material downhill due to gravity. And my third keyword was hard engineering, and these are strategies using man-made structures to prevent river or coastal flooding. Then I can use this flashcard to either test myself or ask someone at home to test me. So there are 2 ways of doing this. I can read my 3 keywords, can I define them out loud and then check if I am correct? Or I can read the definitions and test myself to see if I know those keywords. The second strategy I mentioned was a mind map. And we can actually do this colour-coded to help our evaluation skills. So I'm going to do a mind map on non-renewable energy resources. So I write this in the middle of my mind map. Then I'm going to colour code it. So anything I write that is red is going to be a negative. Anything I write that is green is going to be a positive, and this is going to help my evaluation. So a positive of non-renewable energy resources is that they are usually cheap. So coal is a cheap energy resource. This is good because countries that are developing are able to afford them. Another positive is that non-renewable energy resources, such as oil, are widely available. I could then add a key fact onto the end of this. So there are 5.6 billion barrels of oil left in India. Then I can move on to some negatives. So the burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, releases greenhouse gases. Another negative is that they are non-renewable, so eventually they are going to run out. So fossil fuels will eventually run out. Nuclear power is also a non-renewable resource, so nuclear waste is radioactive. So if there is a leak, people in that area have to evacuate. And you could continue doing this, making sure you've looked at every resource and you have fully evaluated it. At the very end, you could then include your opinion. So overall, what do you think? Do you think non-renewable energy resources are good, or do you think we should stop using them? And the third strategy is to practice our 8-mark questions. So I've got one here and it says assess the natural and human causes of climate change. So the first thing I do with an 8-mark question, whether this is when I'm revising, practicing or an exam, I'm going to bug the question. So I box the command word, and that is assess, and write what it means. So it means I need to rank by importance. Then I'm going to underline any keywords because I'll need to define these in my answer. So climate change, and the definition I would write down. So climate change is a global change in average climate conditions. For example, increased temperatures and precipitation. I can then annotate with some ideas. So it's asking me for natural and human causes. So for natural, I could have volcanic eruptions. And for human, I could have transport, and I could have agriculture, which is farming. Then I would create a plan. So I need to rank by importance. So I need my most important, one that is important, and my least important. So I'm going to put volcanic eruptions as my most important. That is because they are natural and we cannot change them. Then I'm going to have transport as my second, because as our population increases, we use more transport. And then I'm going to have agriculture as my least important. Then you would practice writing this, remembering to write in peel paragraphs. So point, evidence, which needs to be specific, explain, this is going to be the longest section of this paragraph, and then you link it back to the command word. So thinking about, for this question, the importance, and if you are saying it's the least important, why is it the least important? If your question has the command word evaluate, you are going to remember to write a conclusion with your opinion. Overall, is something good, or is it something bad? Okay, so I hope this really helped and that you find a strategy that works for you. Make sure if you need 8-mark questions, you ask your teacher, or I will be in B15 every Friday break time for you to come and collect them. Happy revising!